Jacob made mention of the fact that Melbourne Victory and the A-League are going to get up to something in the upcoming season. But what about the women's equivalent? How are they shaping up for the WLeague, Jacob?
Mate, I'm loving it. So Melbourne Victory's gone out and got themselves a Kiwi contingent in both the men's and women's game. And to see Claudia Bunge and Annalie Longo as part of what will be the WLeague squad for the upcoming season, I think it's fantastic, particularly as unfortunately we don't have a Phoenix side in the WLeague this year.
That is a terrible shame. We'll talk about that with our next guest. Her name is Annalie Longo. Come on in from Australia. Annalie, great to have you with us on the Kiwi Football Fix.
Hi guys, how are you? I can't say I'm in
bloody
Australia
good.
yet. I'm still in New Zealand, but nice to see you both.
Oh, when do you go over?
Depending on the results this weekend, could be next week or the week after.
Right, okay. And so what do you know about what to expect when you get to Australia?
Yeah, I'm going to take some notes, Annalie.
What do I know? It's obviously in the middle of summer, so it's going to be a hot contingent for the WLeague this year. But obviously had the experience over in Melbourne last year, so really looking forward to it. There's a new group of players, and there's a lot of enthusiasm and excitement around the league, and obviously grateful to be playing. So yeah, excited to head back over, and excited to join the team and start another WLeague campaign.
We just had Jason Pine on talking about what the Wellington Phoenix are going to be getting up to in Australia, and they're trying to approach it as normal as possible. I don't think they've got a bubble, for example. So do you know if the Melbourne Victory women's team has a bubble? How will you actually be integrated into society, if at all?
Yeah, it's a bit of uncertainty. That's a huge thing with this whole entire year. You know, you never know, and it's pretty hard to plan things. But as far as I know, I'm heading over. I don't have to quarantine, which is nice coming from New Zealand. And I'll join the team and we'll go straight into training, and we actually start our first game on the 27th of December, so pretty quickly. So we're unsure how that looks, if we're travelling yet, or if there's a bubble or a hub or anything, but at the moment we're status quo. We're playing away Western Sydney Wanderers first game, so we're travelling away, and hopefully that goes ahead and we have a smooth season.
Annalie, you had a decent contribution last year, 13 games, scoring 2 goals. What can we expect for the Melbourne Victory WLeague side for the upcoming season, though?
I think you can expect definitely similar things. So a really good group of players have come back together. I think it's a little bit of uncertainty with the whole entire league. I think what's really exciting is you've got a bit of an opportunity with a lot of Kiwis going over. So fantastic for New Zealand and girls in the league. But for us as Victory, you know, we've built kind of 2 years of good foundations, and we got to the semi-finals last year, finished second in the league. So I think we'll be wanting to go one further and get into that grand final and hopefully pick up some silverware.
Last season was your first season back in the WLeague for a number of years. I think you were with Sydney back in 2012, 2013, if my memory serves me right. How has the quality of the league changed in that time?
Yeah, definitely. It's grown massively, and the professionalism around the league, travelling the day before games, all those things, CBA agreements, player payments, all those things are growing to create a better experience for players. This year's a little bit different in terms of not so many internationals, I think, will be coming into the league as the year we've had, but it's really growing. You know, there's a lot of world-class players, marquee players coming into the league. So, yeah, it's only getting bigger and bigger, and hopefully one day you might be able to see a New Zealand team in the league as well.
Oh, touch wood, Annalie. Hopefully that comes about sooner rather than later. Now, you've obviously been recruiting as well. We've got another Kiwi in the Melbourne Victory side, one that we touched on previously. Claudia Bunge, what can we expect from her and her contributions for Melbourne Victory this season?
Yeah, she's a fantastic player, and she's shown that through the New Zealand leagues back here. She stepped into the Ferns at a very young age, and I think she did exceptional. She did really well. So I'm excited for her future. She's an exciting player. She's obviously a centre-back, so she's solid. She's athletic. She's quick. So, yeah, I hope she can learn and it's just a step in her career, and hopefully she continues to be a Fern and goes on to bigger things.
You mentioned it earlier, no Wellington Phoenix side in the WLeague, even though they tried and they tried and they tried. As a New Zealander, how disappointed were you that they weren't included?
Yeah, it's obviously disappointing, but on the flip side of that, I think we've got now a real opportunity to get ready and get set and do it properly. So, although it didn't go over the line this year, I think the conversations have started, and I think we can plan. And hopefully next year you'll see, a WLeague Wellington Phoenix side in there and be well prepared, and hopefully get a lot of Kiwi girls coming home and to play in that team.
And do you have a particular goal in mind that you'll be preparing for if you were to be playing for the Wellington Phoenix next season?
Yeah, no, definitely not.
No big tournament coming?
At this stage is the victory and doing as best as I can for that team and the club. So that's my focus at the moment, and we'll see how next year goes.
But if that wasn't your focus, then
yeah,
what would
I
you
might
be
have stitched
focused
her
on?
up there. I might have stitched Annalie up there a little bit. A particular World Cup, Annalie.
I rate that.
Yeah. What would it be like preparing for a World Cup and playing for a New Zealand-based WLeague side? That sounds like the dream to me.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I guess the thought of having a World Cup in your home country is pretty amazing. So to get that across the line and possibly have a professional team here in New Zealand, it's the next step forward for us. So it would be nice to get some hype and visibility around the women's game, and the Phoenix will help do that potentially. So it's an exciting opportunity, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it gets across the line.
Because you've experienced a World Cup on home soil before. Back in 2008, you were part of the 17s, scored a goal that's still quite memorable. It must mean, for you to get back and do it, that would be everything to you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's almost full circle. It was a long time ago, back in 2008, but it's still one of my fondest memories, and there's nothing like having Kiwis and the fans and your friends and family there watching the games. And that was an under-17 World Cup, and you know how much bigger a Women's World Cup is. You've got millions and millions of people around the world watching it, and so a little bit of a full circle for me. It's an exciting prospect.
And just focusing now a little bit closer to home, unfortunately you've been injured, but the Canterbury Pride, we're almost all of the way. How far are we through for the National League at the moment?
Another week and then it's finals.
So we're almost there. Are we going to see another Canterbury Pride side go deep into the competition? Absolutely. I think this weekend's game is huge. It's come to be a semi-final match, the way the league's worked. So all we need is a draw, ideally a win, and that will see us through into a final for another year. But the girls have been absolutely fantastic, and the legacy we've created here in Canterbury is, really proud to be a part of it and grow the game down here in the South Island. So there's a huge amount of work and good people that have, built into the program. Gareth Turnbull, Alana Gunn, Mike DeBone, all those people, huge catalyst for how well the Pride have done, and the players again have done an exceptional job. So hopefully we can do it again. Where can you take advantage of Northern Lights? Where are they weak? No,
where are they soft?
They're good across the board, mate.
No. Let Annalie answer.
No. You've already given the Cantabrian something to tee off on.
Are you supporting us or them?
I'm from the North Shore, mate. There's no question about it.
I'm Switzerland. Tell me more.
Just the red and black, mate. The Northern Lights, they're a quality side. I think they've shown that. They beat Auckland this year quite comfortably. I think they've got individually some, outstanding players that have played for the Ferns, have played an age group level. So I think if they turn up, they're a real threat. So if we can nullify that early and kind of not give them a sniff, I think we've got a real chance to win and see us in the final again.
I know you're taking one step at a time, one competition at a time, but last week New Zealand Football announced that the structure of the National League system would change. Are you in favour of it? Are you against it? What side of the fence do you sit on?
Well, you're throwing me in the deep end here.
Yeah.
I think it's a good change. I think heavily so far it's talked about the men's side, so we haven't heard too much on how the women's will look. But in terms of the men, I think it's a great opportunity for clubs around the country to build and grow. And if we can assist in club capability and having more players play and giving more players the opportunity, I think it's a positive thing. if we can make our leagues more professional and our clubs running the competition, I think it's only a good thing. It'd be interesting to see how that folds over into the women's side. We have such a great legacy here as the Pride. It'll be interesting to see how that unfolds in the next couple of years.
Annalie, thanks so much for joining us on the Kiwi Football Fix. All the best in the ISPS Hunter Premiership. Hope you make it through to that final. And also all the best with Melbourne Victory in the WLeague. Thanks so much for your time.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.